There we go. Okay. That's fine. Okay, the story so far. Alia's search for the roboticist Janiki Remba has ended at the wreckage of his ship. Remba was looking for an ancient observatory called the Vault, which he claimed could prevent a great darkness from overtaking the nebula. Alia must pick up a trail that leads deep into the past. Okay, all very vague. So we are back at the University of Iox, where Alia spent most of her adult life, as it says. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this without headphones. It feels very strange. This feels more like I'm talking to myself than with the headphones. It's not pleasant. Yeah, we had to go back because we didn't find enough information to find any new sites. We've got 3 vague sites, so I'm hoping we'll be able to narrow it down by talking to Huang, our friend. And we went to Janiki Remba's funeral or memorial service by accident, kind of. But yeah, we're going to show Huang some of the things we found on other moons and bits of rock. Good morning, Callie, and I hope you're doing well this morning. Yeah, I sound a little sleepy, don't I? What a shock. All right. Here we go then. Here is our protagonist, Alia, and her robot, 6. We're going to try to... Yeah, there we go, the library. Huang is always in the library. Alia. I was just... I don't know what to do with myself. You miss Remba? I didn't even know you knew Remba. No. Is that bad? I mean, I didn't know him. Yeah, that's fine. What about you? What are you doing? I want to know why he's having a weird one. Oh, I had some artifacts to show you. Ali's very to the point. Oh, that sounds good. Wang isn't okay. But Alia isn't a very people person, so we'll show the etched telescope, which I absolutely remember finding. Take a look at this telescope. May I take a look? That was a bit awkward. There's an inscription. I read it as sail for home. Now, I've seen something a bit like that, I think, that was also inscribed. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know whether you come to Huang if you like, and he's the hints and tips guy. Like, if you feel like you failed, he gives you the answer, or this is what you're supposed to do to work things out. Either way, this is what we're doing. Here. Dude, people are so weird in this game. This is the script from a brass telescope. It was found floating in the wash near Iox. I don't know what the wash is. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. Alright, okay, so it wasn't like this is already translated, this will help us know what your telescope says. This was, do you know what our telescope says? That's fine, we love a bit of transcription in the morning. It's not morning, it's like 12 minutes past morning. That doesn't make any sense. I'm tired because I kept getting up because last night, for the first time ever, despite living in Sweden for 12 years, I saw the Aurora Borealis. I was so excited. It's been a dream of mine for a very long time. It wasn't like really big and dramatic. I mean, even though I live in quite a small town, there's still a lot of light pollution, but I was so happy. It was green. So I was up, peeking in case it came back. Oh, so good. Anyway, I can't really hear the... Yeah, I think I need the game louder when I don't have my headphones on. Okay, focus. Okay, we've got the squiggly worm for and. We'll plonk that down. I'm getting a little nippy. I'm going to use my little blanket. Look like a proper old lady. Or speaking of old, it is my birthday soon. I'm excited. I get excited about birthdays. I think that's good. Anyway, I'm so getting distracted. Okay, we'll start with heavens. Because even though it will say things like, oh, this is a fractured bit, or this is the end of a sentence, they always kind of make a bit of sense. Or maybe they don't, and I'm just translating them wrong. What can you do? Yeah, I know, Howlin. I just... 12 years though. They've had it in back where I used to live in the UK. They've had auroras there. And I'm just so mad. But yeah, it's a strange thing to describe. You know how you watch videos and you see it all like kind of rippling and flowing? I didn't see that. It might be in my eyes, to be honest, but it changed shape, but I didn't see the transition. It just suddenly was different. And it was very straight, and it would shoot up lines. That's not something you can describe. You've probably seen them before in videos and stuff. Life dream achieved. Anyway, heavens below. Oh, that's not right. So let's focus. So distracted. Okay, our suggestions are and, heavens or sky, below or low, and book. But those are, we're not even sure if those symbols mean those words because they have not been confirmed. So I placed heavens at the start and in the middle. Below or low goes to the end. All right. Oh, that isn't the word for heavens. Failure. You've never seen it green is best. I believe I remember the word for below now, mistress. That's nice. So what does this say? Yes. Okay. I mean, we're not very... Sweden is an incredibly long country, so if I lived in the north of Sweden, I would probably see it all the time, but we're in the middle. And like you said, light pollution really is a killer. So yeah, good times. I want to travel and find a good, a good site that gives a proper display for a few hours. But this was a lovely start. So it's not heavens. It's suggesting rocks or rock, stars or star, and then it says gardens, but it's crossed out. So I guess that's something we tried before. Related words could be find, treasures, or sleep. The similarities in treasures and sleep, if that is what those symbols actually mean. It's all very iffy. I'm not thinking stars. Stars, I mean, some of it is logical intuition, and while there are rocks in the game, they're not as important as stars or star as we navigate through space. So I'm going to put stars. Stars, something, and something below. Okay. I'm going to think it's stars above and something below. That's what my brain says first. Anyway, suggestions are fill, strong, travel or go, and above or high. So we do have above. Related words could be holy, on, and river. Though they don't look very similar. Maybe on. So I'm going to go with above. This is a telescope as well, so stars, telescope, seems logical. Stars above and something below. Suggestions are blood, here, launch, or wind. Related words could be long, on, or river. It looks a bit similar to some of the symbols in river. Not so much on, not so much long. Let's say something like river. Wind below doesn't make much sense. I don't really want to say blood. It hasn't gone in that kind of dark way yet. I kind of want to say wind, but wind below doesn't sound right. Why would wind be below? Stars above and wind below. Wind below. Why would wind be below? Wish my tea was cool enough to drink. That sad time when you can't drink your tea, but it's right there. It's just too hot. I'm a bit croaky, aren't I? Let's have some more water. I mean, most of the rocks we've been on have been windy. So maybe if you're on the rivers looking up at the stars, the wind could be below because it's on the moons and the rocks. But and obviously it's not here or launch. But blood seems a bit. We haven't had anything like that in any concept that we've translated. So I'm going to put wind, even though it seems weird. Stars above and wind below. That'll do for now. Just very dedicated. Do you have any more like that? We always want more. More translations, more inscriptions all the time. Let me see. How about this? This was marked onto a heavily scratched copper compass. It was found in an Elberethian market several years ago. Yeah, it seems like people travelled a lot more in the past with finding old telescopes and compasses. The end of a longer line of text. Alright, hang on, I'm just going to pull it up for me. Let me know if it's too quiet for you or too loud as ever. Oh, hang on a sec. Sorry. Resume. Okay. We've got an ish long one, I'd say medium length actually. Suggestions of me, of, toward, you, follow, and one. Oink. Sorry, dealing with chat stuff. Okay, so I don't think of is used because the only symbols in front of the one for of is the double comma, and we haven't found a small word that would fit that, and two small words together wouldn't work. So of, we're ruling that out. Similarly, toward, because that would also leave two little commas by themselves. So is there a me somewhere? We could put me in the first kind of part, and we can put you in the second part. Although why are we talking about me and you when it's a compass? Although it could have maybe someone gifted it, dedication. Follow goes nicely at the front. Follow me. Yes, okay. Hang on. I'm convinced my translation for follow is correct now. I do wish there was a little book where we could see all our translations with the symbols next to them. I don't know that it would help anything in the game, but I think it would have been nice. Okay, so follow me, something, you, something. Suggestions for this middle word of an average size: open, reveal or lead, present or give, and if. Follow me. If. I'm going to go with if, because the other ones don't work, grammatically speaking. Follow me if you. Suggestions are should not or must not, shall not, by, and can. Related words could be live, should, and who. It doesn't really look like any of those, but follow me if you can. It's a compass. That seems the most logical. I need to put my jacket on. It says it's 25 in here, but Celsius, obviously. But I don't know. I'm a bit flip-floppy. Oh, no, I wanted to... I'll take the telescopes to the archives then. Telescope. She doesn't like giving up her stuff, but she's like, fine. I missed the opportunity to ask for anything more because the option just went away, and it's like, don't decide for me. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. That's annoying. I wanted to just get as much of his things as possible. Now he's just asked off. We've been around here before. It's like the crappiest library in the world, but I think it's something to do with the society's current philosophy or knowledge. It's particular. It's a very small library. Unless there's a door on the way through. I don't want to leave the room. I need Hwang to look at more things. I'll leave the room and then come back in. Maybe he'll be back. That bugs me. Don't take away my options just because I happen to be looking at something else. Should we leave now, mistress? No, not just yet. I can do a remark and it's in blue and I don't know what that means, but if Remba took the Emperor's body with him when he blew up, then the Emperor's body has been burned after all. That was not my concern, mistress. I was wondering something more curious. Why would someone wish to conceal that the last Emperor had not been returned to the rivers? Perhaps because someone claims to be the Emperor returned? Does anyone claim to be the Emperor reborn? Hwang, you're being really awkward. Not publicly. But the university, as you know, has its priesthood. They allocate power as they see fit. Remba was a dedicated member, as is Professor Miyari. What? Is he suggesting something about Miyari? But that's his master type thing. Are you saying Miyari claims to be an actual emperor? I do not know her. But if she did, what would a discovery such as Remba's mean for her? Jeez. Six took a turn. I thought Six was loyal to Miyari because it always reports back to her, but I guess that's just a programming thing. Seems a bit out of the blue. What if Miyari is pretending to be the reincarnated emperor, therefore she killed her friend and told me to go look for him? Oh, I've got a blue remark. Let's see. The Emperor's body was an important find for Remba to make. Maybe even serious to someone. Imagine if someone was claiming to be the Emperor's loop. So Remba left a trail for Miyari to follow, starting with that brooch. And then he continued on his journey. So Remba found something else on that moon. The device missing from the roof, perhaps. Was that what he wanted? But why? If I stand here long enough, they'll just keep giving me things to say. Like at the bottom, there's options for a question and reply. I don't know why I would pick one over the other. And the questions don't always seem to be questions. And sometimes the questions are in green and sometimes the remarks are in blue and I don't know why still. So Remba found the last emperor, unreborn, but Miyari believes she is the last emperor. Does that give her reason enough to want to keep Remba silent? To somehow make him and his ship and his findings just disappear? That is pure speculation, mistress. Because of you, dude. Yeah, this come out of nowhere for me. Speculation, but not wrong, then. Indeed. I don't know whether I've missed something, because it seems like... Oh, I can see her looking out the window. There's been nothing to suggest that Miyari thinks she's a reborn emperor. And it doesn't make sense that she would send Alia and the robot out... No, I'm ignoring you. I'm not using your question in a remark to find Remba if she wanted to, kill him and all his findings. Very few people sail the rivers. It's a weird thing to do in this society. She didn't need to... If she just orchestrated this death, she could have just left it. No one would have known. Maybe Alia would have stumbled over it sometime in the future, but there's so much to explore. It seems a bit like, why send her there in the first place? She wanting to confirm it? That's all I can think of, but yeah, this whole I think I'm the emperor We've got there's no substance to it. Unless we find something, unless the game thinks we should have found something by now that suggests it. I'm getting very confused. The robot you claim to have encountered after the hopper malfunction, Mistress. It occurs to me that it might have been a recording. We know that. Of course it was. A recording of what? Of whom, Mistress? Rember was a skilled roboticist. He may have found a way to store a recording and force it into my core. But we already guessed that, because it was definitely Rember talking. And we couldn't... Did we converse with him? This is the problem. We've had this before at the Graveyard Moon, when we spoke to the little girl. The little girl hologram head dead person thing. Yes, it's complicated. It was described as a recording, but we had a conversation with her. And we had a conversation with Rember. So unless the recordings are programmed with like branching parts of conversation, seems a bit weird. Otherwise, could they be a consciousness itself? Either way, I'm going to put my hoodie on because my arms are chilly. I have to have the window open a little bit because otherwise it's stuffy with the door shut. Where did I put it? Oh, it's on the floor. I just feel like we can hit... The questions and remarks pop up all the time. And I just feel a bit never-ending. It's a bit... I don't know. This doesn't seem like a good place to have a conversation anyway. So we'll go back to the point. If I can ever get myself sorted out. No, I'm ignoring it because you feel like, oh, the game wants to say something so it can tell me more things. It just goes on and it doesn't always seem very connected and I don't know. Okay. Strangulated. Alright, back to the library. I'm not getting comfy. I don't know what's happening. Wang! Show him another artifact before he leaves. I've made a few finds recently. Oh yes. The sheared key found at the Withering Palace. I don't remember half of these, to be honest. That'll be good to have in like a journal as well, an image of it and where it came from. I've seen something similar if I remember right, only this one was inscribed. Let me see now. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's something the devs thought of, but either decided to go a different way. Here it is. Or didn't have the time or the money or something. They are indie devs. I don't know. But yeah, maybe they just didn't want to do what you usually find having the journal book, but there's a reason why we have it. It's a sketch of a lightweight, long-barreled key. It was found while digging under the teacher's quarters here on Iox back in... Didn't see what he said. Cut away. Back in something or other. Lightweight, long-barreled key. You know, there have been excavations on Iox, of course, so maybe Miari has found something on Iox. God, I've got to stop shuffling. I just can't get comfy. Having a proper moment. Hey, Kyle. Nice to see you. We're having existential conversations and complaints about gameplay. All right, we've got a long phrase and it fills it out with words we already have used before in translations. So it's a long phrase. It starts, keep me on, which could be wrong because there's question marks and, you know, we're feeling our way as always. Then there's 4 words at the end. For the first unknown word, we have suggestions of operation or work, chain, road or path, and eagles. Related words could be live, robot, or welcomes, question mark. You always join at the right time, Kat. Much Gandalf. Okay, I think T might be okay. Always have to have the big mug on a Saturday. I don't know, I don't really have much faith in my translations. So unless, if they've got a question mark, I'm going to try and ignore them. So me is the only word we know for sure. This is a key. So something me on, it's hard not to see it now. Something me, something, and then lots of somethings. Robot welcomes. It's not really close to any of the related words to my mind. Got a little symbol that looks like a rocket, a dot, an apostrophe, and a stylized hourglass, maybe. Keep me on. All right, let's check the next words. We've got quite a short one. Could be leave, were or was, orange or warm, and around. Keep me on something. Related words, all of or water. And all of those are confirmed words. So it seems like potentially a joining word. Keep me on something, something. Okay. Next one. I don't know if this is helping. Maybe if I wrote it down, since we found the original notebook. But anyway, okay, this word could be your, family, start, or orange, or warm. Related words could be hundred, of, or you. It looks very similar to you. That gives us a bit more to go on. So we're going to put your there. The only difference is that there's an apostrophe and a dot in front of the symbols for you. So I'm going to put your. I feel a bit more confident about that. The last word could be hand, neck or shoulder, surrender, or goblet. Related words are bless, earth, and of. Related words just mean that, oh look, we have the similar symbols. Doesn't mean it's literally related. Oh my goodness. What is going on? You know when your body's just uncomfortable. Stupid body. No, you're doing fine. Okay. There are more elements of bless than earth and all. But that doesn't help me with the suggestions. Keep me on your neck, your hand. You can't keep it on your goblet. That's just silly. Well, sometimes I want to do a silly run and just pick all the wrong ones. It's going to be, I'm going to say neck. I can imagine holding a key, having a key on a string around your neck rather than on your hand. But on might be wrong. Keep me in your hand. But then you just wander around holding a key. I'm going to put neck or / shoulder. I know it's not like this related words, but keep me on something something your neck. This is difficult. I welcome ideas, by the way, unless you played the game before. I've played the game before and I don't quite remember. Keep me on. See, keep me on your neck would be fine, but we've got two words in the middle. Keep me on something. Keep me on around your neck. Looks a bit long. Keep me on something around your neck. Keep me on a chain around your neck. They don't always have the definite articles and prepositions. It's always inexact with translations. Keep me on a chain around your neck. It's a weird thing to write on a key, but people from the past are so weird. Now we can't miss it if you suggest something, because they'll disappear. Do you have any more? You're not getting me again, game. Man, I so wish Alia would change her clothes. It's gross. It was a tough, snub-pronged key. It was found buried here on Iox a few years ago. Snub-pronged? What the hell does that mean? This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. Where's my cursor? Just disappears. Snub-pronged. Does it just mean that the sticky outy bits are short? I think that's what it means. Yeah, I said sticky outy bits. Hush. Oh, this is a nice long phrase. We have suggestions of me, of, this, you, thinks or think, one, and your. You can see we've come a bit more of a way because we've got 4 of those words are definite correct translations, so go us. I'm going to put this at the end because I've just seen that it would fit. Once you've put down some suggestions for words, it will then show you the actual word sections of the symbols. So we just do the start. I'm not sure that made any sense, but there we go. With your, is there your around? Oh, I can see your here. Oops, let me grab you. Let me grab you. Oh, dropped it. Ah, no apostrophe. So yours at the beginning. Your this. Sorted. Do we have me anywhere? Doesn't look like it. It would have been at the end. We've got you, potentially. Thinks in the middle. Oh, here we go. Now it breaks up into separate words. I'm certain my translation for your is correct now. Nice. And thinks must be right too. I know where she gets this one. She just decides, I got this. She's the only one doing this as far as we know. So sure, she's shaping the history and therefore the future. Your something thinks you something. This. Like a Mad Lib all of a sudden. Alright, suggestions are smile, friend, father or parent, and overseer. Remember, this is on a key. Your something thinks, oh, related words, keep, time, and waters, potentially. Doesn't really look like any of those, if I'm honest. Your something, if it's something that thinks, that means it can't be smile. Let's look at the other word we don't know. Suggestions are need or want, protected or defended, weep, and must not. Related words could be death, find, and keep. Your something thinks you need this. Okay, I'm going to put need. Hang on, does it look like anything? It looks like keep. It looks quite a lot like keep, the related word. But none of the suggestions sound like keep. Need makes sense in this sentence. Your something thinks you need this. I mean, overseer, you know, sounding like a boss. I mean, would they really say they think you need it? Wouldn't they be like, you need this to do your work? It feels like it would be more decisive if it was an overseer. But, I mean, it's a toss-up with friend or father/parent. I'm going to put parent, father. Why would a friend give you a key? I keep saying we'll come back and look at the older translations, but I think they might change automatically as we get different words right. But I still would like to go back. I just never remember until it's too late. And I've got quite a sharp stopping point for the Saturday streams. The curators will be most interested in the sheared key, I'm sure. Take it. I think she'd want to keep everything, but I'm overruling her. She needs to stop being a hoarder. I'll be back short. No, don't take it now. Oh, bloody hell. Can't he just put some things in a bag? We just stand here. 6? Conversation? Dude? Maybe don't stand in the door? Maybe if we come back, 6. Yeah, 6 will come out of the way. 6, talk to us. There's always options to chat when I'm like, no, I'm busy. Now it's just... I wonder if Huang will come home soon. I was hoping he'd help us to be able to locate more areas. Let's have a look at the map. So we're on Iox, home of the university in the heart of the nebula. We zoom out. We've got Elbreth on the right. That's supposed to be quite a poor moon. It's where Alia comes from. There's Mercy, the farming moon that we went to in the beginning. The Withering Palace, which we went to most recently. Very eerie. The Emperor's Secret Garden, also known as the Graveyard Moon. And then we've got these 3 suggestions, 2 pre-Empire sites and 1 unknown moon. And we can't just fly around and hope for the best. We have to narrow it down. I'm just not sure how. I'm going to look at some... Let's come out of this and see if he's back. Hello? Hello? I think I have to leave the room again. We picked up so much. I don't want to have to keep coming back to Iox to do this. I wanted to do it in kind of one go. No, we're not ready to go. Don't hassle me. So I keep poking my hair because I know it looks a bit flat. Question. How is it possible you remembered the Withering Palace? Why? I would require more information, Mistress. Why don't you stand there? I think I must consider it more. Maybe Oroi could help you. That's her friend. Mechanist or something. Huang, why do you always stand there when we're having a conversation? It's really awkward. Oh. I do not want your friend poking around inside my core. She is an amateur. Would you allow a Mercian pig slaughterer to perform a heart operation on you? Just trying to make conversation, man. Wow. Goddamn. I'll show him a text. I discovered a scrap of paper you might enjoy. It's a weird thing to say. She's been out on the rivers a lot. There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as, last will find temple and mystery. Sounds like a Google search. I don't agree with the word mystery in this. That's helpful. Let's see what options there might be. Tea. Okay, let's review it. Nice. I like to go back. Okay, let's... So it was a book, which means it could say anything. Last, we'll find temple and... Yeah, mystery wasn't so great. Again, remember to insert your definite articles. We'll find the temple and... suggestions are correct or true, gate or song. Related words could be long, of, or stars. It's similar to long. It's a bit similar. If it's not mystery, the temple and the gate? Maybe? I mean, we are looking for a vault. Vaguely spoken of. We'll put gate in there. What does he think of that? Last we'll find the temple and the gate. Thanks, Huang. Oh, he didn't say it was... Okay. Have you ever heard the word Sleeset before? That is so awkward. Oh! Six's head has disappeared. Oh, I hate when this happens. Is it going to be someone else? Sleeset. Was it a command? A robot command to not be ahead? Okay, there's like dialogue pop-ups coming up above Six's not head, and it's just ... So whether that's supposed to be like static or... The body is gone. The hologram part of him is gone. No, I don't think so. But Alia, what's wrong with your robot? I don't know, dude. You're totally in the way. The camera sucks. It can't speak, but it seems like it's trying to. I think I deactivated it. It can't say anything. I think we should. Hopefully, Lisa turns it back on again. That's strange. She likes to state the obvious. You're trying to roleplay. Oh, that happened before too. She doesn't give a shit. It must be getting old. Old? It was buried in a rock for like 1,000. Oh, it's back! Mistress. My head. Oh. Continue talking? Another thing. Oh, we're just ignoring 6. I found Maswai's Withering Palace, Huang. It's good to tell him. He's such a cheerful guy. We want to play with Huang. It was beyond the garden, just as she wrote. That's wonderful. What was there? Books? Well, there were some books. There was a lot more than just books. She says lots of books. You should go. You won't. Well, I'm not sure. I've got plenty to read here for the moment. How old are these books of yours? Everything we found in the Withering Palace, and she just went, books? Some are really old, but not, not ancient. They date back to the first Empress or so. Okay. Do you know anything about ancient observatory? I think we asked him this already. Miari told me you were looking for something like that. Let me tell you something I heard about Rinaki. No. You've mentioned it before. She could just go, no. Tell me nothing. I have? Well, alright then. I was on Rinaki recently. I know, me on a boat. You should have seen me. I turned green. What did you do that for? Turn green or go to Rinaki? I've got my secrets, Alia. The curators let me take a few things and trade. Anyway, on the boat there was a trader called Amadou. He was talking, pretty expansively if you understand me, about something he'd found. He called it... well... You asked me about an observatory? That's what Amadou said he'd found. I followed worse leads before. She's very self-involved. She doesn't care what he was doing. Oh, why aren't there any older books? I want to drink my tea before it gets too cold. I don't know. They just aren't. We do know. I know you found older. Thanks, Wang. She can be polite if she has to. Yeah, they teach them not to be interested in history. And it's their religion as well. And when a religion is part of your university, you've got to have some questions about what information they might not like us to have. It's not, the university by itself is providing knowledge, hopefully, but sadly, just like in the real world, there's often politics involved, or in the old days, religion, which makes things very difficult. It makes it hard to know if what we know is correct or how biased it is. But I won't go on that rant again. I know I went on a big thing about historical bias and stuff last time, so I guess we leave. Oh, I want to talk to 6. That was really weird. I'll see you soon, Huang. See you soon. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Let's get out of here. Yeah. Could have talked to Miari, but I don't like being in this place. Leave. I like being out there. And so we left the university. Sometimes there's a voiceover for the text there. The problem is, I've just realised we were here to pinpoint a new place. Did we? Kind of felt like we were done. I guess I could go to Elbereth. I just don't like going to the... I'm being very me. I don't like going to the place where the people are. I like to go finding out about history. Location available. You can now visit Renaki. In the Renaki Reach. That's not what I wanted. I wanna... Can I not... Of all the times not to give me an option to talk to Six, they literally disappeared at a fuzzy head moment. And we can't say anything. She's just a piece of work. She doesn't give a shit about robots. She just does not like them. Please let me talk to Six. Six, are you okay? You gonna say anything? We're just gonna pretend it didn't happen? Fine. Leave. I will ready the braces, mistress. Disappeared. Let's try and remember. We said Sleeset and Six disappeared. Okay, it's suggesting Elbereth or Renaki. Renaki is like at the opposite end to the places we wanted to go. It's gonna be a people play. I'm so sulking. I'm having a sulk. Oh, they're really sweet. Excuse me. I guess we'll go to Elbereth. You never know. Of course. Sorry, that's really loud. My friend, the mechanicist. Oh, okay. She might be able to help uncover the secrets the Withering Palace had triggered inside Six's core. Also, I've been wondering why Janiki Bremba visited Elbereth so often. Perhaps it was simply to visit his parents, or perhaps not. Someone down there must know. Okay. Keffel wants me to pretend they're all cats. I've got bad news for you, Keffel. Not a big fan of cats. I like looking at them. I guess that would help, but they're kind of intimidating. Steer right shortly, mistress. Oh, bloody hell. I forgot. Fast control. I skip the sailing because the music comes on and then that part of the VOD gets muted for copyright. So while it is lovely music, it's like, sorry. I could ask Oroi to help Six remember the dais with the hopper. This sounds like a terrible idea. Some random tinkerer digging around.
We landed in the dust outside the great walls of Elbereth.
Oh, great walls, never mind.
No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
Oh, she's such a rare sunshine. So this is Elbereth. This was your home. I lived here for nearly 20 years. Looks nicer than I thought it would. She made it seem like such a slum. There are places in the Catkis where I know every stone. I dream these alleyways. What alleyways? I mean, look, it looks lovely. That's the inner citadel up there. Windy again. Can you hear the wind? I need you to hear the wind. The Catkis. I lived on this moon for 7 years before I ever stepped outside of it. Is it dangerous out here? I'm getting a bit freaked out by the emoji Careful put in. What's this then? What exactly is a cat kiss, mistress? So awkward to click on things. It's the name of the inner citadel, but I'm not sure what it means. I'm trying to... So there's a dot, meaning I can... Up there, the harvest. The harvest. Such as it is. Dried grass. Waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do. I don't know, I've never been here before, have I? Like, she should know that, but not people. No. That was a bit awkward. I feel like she would have known. Is this rice? Spread out to dry or something? Who knows? I'm gonna look around, because I remember that one time, 2 times I found something in the bushes. This must have all been very fine once, but it seems to be decaying. It is decaying. Wilting. It has no water. Push. Oh, let the lady go past. Oh. Good faith to you. Good faith. How are the crops? Great, small talk. Well enough, thank you. Ooh. Yeah, it sounds like something Alia would do to 6, though. Alia's a piece of work. Sorry guys, I don't even know why we're coming up here, but here we are. I better find something. Everyone's just loitering around. Hello? Glinty thing? Glinty thing in the bushes? Don't make me come here for that. Who is Oroi, mistress? No one to you, 6. Get back to classic Alia. Randomly antagonistic. 6 is like, alright. Just moving conversation. Fun nothing. Mistress, you have not truly answered my question about Oroi. You'd be right. I think she's annoyed that 6 didn't immediately go, oh yes, please, let me have your friend poke around in me with a fork. Is this kept nice and clean? There's a carpet over here. Let's go and have a look. Right, this way. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there is only solid rock behind this door. It's got a red star on it. Ah, I comprehend. It is a hopper. It's one of the oldest things on Elbreth. I find that interesting. It still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. We Elberethians know how to use it. You just say the word. What is the word, mistress? I'm not going to just say it. I think we're going in a different direction. The gate is listening. Ah. A fair point, mistress. I must assume this gate contains the hopper source. There must be a comparable gate above, fitted with an eye. And you've got a hopper with you? I carry a sauce, mistress. I assume you have used the gate before. Stop worrying, Six. Let's put the fan on. Elberethians go through every day. Read the inscription. Always read the inscription. There are ancient symbols here. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. There was a random pause. Oh, it's a long one. This is one end of a broken fragment. This is where she's from, and she never went, oh, I wonder what the gate says. Now that I know a bit more, I've been to uni and everything. Okay, suggestions. We have Empress or Emperor, God or Goddess, we, Pilgrims or Pilgrim, of, in, potentially welcome, are or is, all, palace, one, temples or temple. It's a long one. Okay. I'm going to start with all. I'm going to start throwing things down. Just wait for them to break up for me. That can't go there. Okay, temples over there. Don't see one. Why is that being suggested? Is there something for palace? Looks like palace near the end there. I'll put R. Just waiting for it to break up the words. Welcome. Something. No, all something temples are welcome. No, it's going to be pilgrims, isn't it? Something palace. In or at. Palace of. Yeah. Oh, here we go. This doesn't feel right. Don't just take it all. Not temples. I said that. It's going to be pilgrims, isn't it? Here we go. I thought it was. I could be wrong. Looks like I might be wrong. Let's start at the front this time just to mix it up. Empress or Emperor on the end there. Got we in the middle. I'm still going to put of, so it's Empress of, or Emperor. They've gone with Empress. I think welcome would make sense because it's a door, so I'm going to put welcome back down. Hang on, I lost welcome. Take we off, put welcome back in. Are welcome. Start with all something are welcome, something Empress of something. It's not palace. One isn't even there, so I don't know why they've suggested that. Is it pilgrims and I've just had a moment? Yeah. All pilgrims are welcome, something Empress of something. That doesn't sound right, does it? Are welcome in. Yeah, I know, Empress shouldn't be there. Mistress, that translation is clearly incorrect. There must be another phrasing. No, don't take the whole off. They took the whole thing away. Now I have to start from scratch. Okay, pilgrims. Of. I think it's probably temples instead. In was part of it, wasn't it? Let me grab it. Let me grab it. There we go. All pilgrims are welcome in. Should be temple as in one. Oh, palace. The palace of something. Okay, so it's a palace, not a temple. It's a long one, but I think you must say welcome. This one has a lot of symbols, but I think it must say palace. I think it must. That's definitive, isn't it? So the last one, suggestions are starlight, friends or friend, kings or king, potters or potter. Related words could be truth or who. Looks a lot more like truth. The palace of, I don't see why it would be starlight. I mean, palace of kings just, I mean, who else is in a palace? So I'll put kings down. It's interesting if that is right, and it's similar to the word truth. All pilgrims are welcome in the Palace of Kings. Hang on a minute. In the Palace of Potters, Friends, Palace of Friends. Could be friends, but we'll leave it like that for now. Was Elbereth a place for pilgrims? I didn't know that. Do we want to speak to the gate? Oh hell, we're here, why not? I wonder if I could convince the gate I'm a pilgrim. Set Boyalki Rifar. I know I said that wrong. The gate is asking where you want to go. You can understand it? Hi, Clumpy. No, mistress. I was asking you a question. Set Boyaki Refa. The word is kakis. Obviously, that's the only weird word we've just heard recently. Well, not the other word that we're not going to say. Remenya mieni hua. Don't ask. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. Set Boyaki Refa. If Kakis usually works... Elbereth? Like she said, people use it all the time. So I don't know what's happening. No response. Maybe because there's a robot there. Said Boyaki Rifa. Kibenya, that's one of the goddesses. I believe it's the goddess of water. Yeni Hua Sala Kataliti. Oh. Pilgrim obviously used the name of a goddess. It's probably asking, which god you want to visit or something. Okay. The goddess's name worked. The gate thought I was a pilgrim. Why didn't Cactus work? It's probably called a Cactus Gate because they say cactus. I don't know what it means. This is the main courtyard. There are alleys leading off in all directions. It's easy to get lost up here. She should know where we should go though. Okay, we'll go left. I keep wanting to press Alt to look at things. Have you lost robots up here before, mistress? This gate's been locked as long as I can remember. I think the key must have been lost somewhere. Oroi and I used to climb over it. What makes you ask that? I will take that as a yes. The sky is purple. Yeah, Arlia's called the robot 6 because it's her 6th robot. She's lost 5 others in accidents. Okay, so there's a way to Taffy's shop. A lot of invisible people I can hear. Is that better or worse? Better. Not so much movement. What's around here? Oh, can we ask about the thing that happened? Be quiet and keep up, 6. She's infuriating. Not just a random door. Oroi's yard is this way. Oh, you're going that way now. I don't want her poking around in 6. But Alia would do it. You know what I feel like about, role-playing? So me.
On Elbereth, You could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen. Not dependable. Cheap. Someone calling their wares. Mistress? What is this lady selling? Don't worry about it. Slaves. It's slaves. Wait, slaves again. We aren't staying. Yes, mistress. Awkward. Alia wouldn't look. I want to look at the workers and find out what's going on, but Alia wouldn't, because she just accepts it as a fact of her life. You growing up here. What is our purpose here, mistress? We'll see. He didn't go for it before, so she's not saying more. Oroi's yard is this way, in case she is saying more. I will follow, mistress. I've realised I've done something different this playthrough.
Oroi was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together.
I can't imagine Alia was... But you know, children will be friends. It looks kind of Moroccan, doesn't it? Vibrant.
But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
Ah, here it goes. When she was picked up by Mariari and taken to university, so it wasn't like she left of her own will, I guess. This whole area is Oroi's, I think. She's useful. And people like to give her space. People like to give her space. Is that a way of saying she's abrasive? Or weird? Weird is better than abrasive. Metal components. I have no idea what these things do. Oroi's always playing around with magnets and wires and things. Why are my footsteps so loud? I wonder how business is going. What does she do for business? The alms tray looks pretty empty. Strike the gong. There was an answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now? Now we wait for Oroi to finish whatever she's doing in there. And come and see who we are. Alright. What do you want? Can't move the camera. Oh. It's you. Oroi. Don't smile at her, she's not having it. So? You're here to dump another broken robot on me? I don't remember it like that. Oh, don't you? Ripping people off just doesn't stick. What do you want, Alia? So she was given a robot and broke it and then gave it to someone else. I was having
We'd
a
been
good
friends.
day.
Once.
That was useless to say. Yeah, she's just gonna... Have you heard any rumours about unknown sites? Yes, we are trying to find our way. I'm an engineer, not... whatever it is you are. Did you ever fix that robot I sold you? Was she supposed to sell robots? I don't know. No, whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals for my collection. Disgusting. Basically says she emptied out his organs of the dead robot. Tell her about the hopper in the Dais of the Gods. I mean, why else are we here? I wanted to tell you something. Ask your advice about something. Why is my nose itchy? That wasn't it. That was me. Oh no. Not again. It's about the robot. I don't know, I think it's like little hairs blowing across from the fan and tickling the nose. We found an ancient hopper. So she does have a desire to talk to people sometimes. Are you hoping to sell it to me, Alia? Because I don't want it. It was built into the wall. Let's drag this out, jeez. So you're hoping I can prise it loose. Six remembered something. About the hopper. Something from before. Six has been there before. Six says the hopper didn't send bodies. Six thought the hopper was used to record people. I wanted to see if it was true. To record people? I suppose that might be possible. If you got the eye to ignore the physical matrix entirely. But why would anyone do that? I mean, we had a big, long theoretical discussion, which was great fun, but really creepy. That's a people question. I don't really deal with people. Sounds like you have no idea what you're talking about, Alia. Nothing unusual about that, except you normally hide it better. Yeah, I'm doing this for me. So, where is it, this hopper? How do you feel about taking a short flight? It feels like she only comes back when she wants something. You're serious? I'm terrified. I've never sailed before. You know that. Six will keep us safe. I almost had her say it would be like old times. See how dense she is, but no. I will keep you safe, mistress. Mistress Oroi will come second. I love robots. They're so honest. So you'll come? Yeah, she's not like, she doesn't do friendships. She's just like, oh, someone can help me do something. Let's do it. She's too curious because she's an engineer. Right now, before I change my mind. Be ready, mistress. I haven't done this before. This is new. I didn't do this last time. Oh, she's not going to speak. And so we left the surface of Elbra. Yeah, last time I realised I gave... remember early on we found the Crown of Iox on the Hermitage Moon, where I think the last Emperor fled after the fall of the Empire. In my previous playthrough, I gave the crown to Oroi to figure out what it was, what it did. This time I kind of gave it to Miyari. And I didn't get Oroi to come with me to the creepy place. So that's fun. Kevin thinks Oroi and Alia deserve each other. I think Oroi seems to have a good reason to be brusque with Alia. And I think people who, from personal experience, people who aren't people, they have a different kind of friendship to more extroverted types. And it can be hard to recognise as a true friendship. It's a bit unusual. But I think in Alia's case, she She's like, she only comes around when she wants something. So, and yeah, maybe Oroi is a little bitter that she stays here and is a bit poor. And Oroi looks as thrilled as a child. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You did a good thing. Alia. Yes. I don't think she complained about her ship. It's like 3,000 years old. I had no idea. The sky. Do you remember the first time we launched it? Well, she even helped her launch the very ship she flew away on. Not really. How do we get it up into the river? Good question. How do you do it now? Can't remember. 6. Shall we show her how it moves? Unlike the camera. Mistresses. Thank you for this, mistresses. What did we do for 6? We did something nice for 6 as well. We're great. We're doing happy times. So we're back to the creepy Withering Palace then. Oroi has agreed to come to the dust-soaked ruin where 6 had encountered the strange effects of the Hopper Eye. If she can do anything there, neither of us knows. I could go there next. Imagine we just go somewhere else, like we're kidnapped or something. No, I can't do it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like there's anyone more qualified than Oroi, even though Oroi is clearly not qualified at all. People just aren't really into this sort of thing. It's mind-boggling to not have that curiosity and that drive to learn and to know. But there we go. I don't want to go back to the creepy place. 6 hated it there, obviously. Tied to a chair. Oh. All right. I'm just going back and forth. I don't like going back and forth. I like circular routes. Eagle's Pass, sailing to the Withering Palace in the Withering Ways via Ioxian space. Either of the routes continues to our destination, mistress. We'll just follow the ship then. I know whether Oroi will speak. Oh, pass control. And Oroi can speak to us on the ground, so we don't lose any VOD moments. The Withering Palace. This is the place a holographic head mentioned. But why would anyone build a palace out here? Yeah, I'm not going to go into everything we spoke about last time. It was eerie and creepy, and if you want to know, the VOD is still up for that. I've been saving all the VODs in a collection from the very first one, so I don't want to repeat myself too much. We hoppered down outside the ancient gate and hurried inside. She's like, didn't bring a bag or anything. Is everywhere you go like this? You have a strange hobby. Tell me you can hop us back, 6. I can indeed, Mistress Oroi. So what is this place you've brought me to? It's horrible. It was called the Withering Palace. Strange name. It might have been fine once. The wellspring didn't always blow dust and sand. It's creepy, Alia. That's what it is. She's on it. She's on it immediately. Alright, the gate doesn't open, so we... Oh, bloody hell. Do we go left or right? I think this door is stuck. Yeah. Ooh. No? Okay. In my opinion, mistress, Elbereth is more horrible. Oh, she's off. So many books here. Was it a library? Some were inscribed with ancient, library of a terrible kind. I don't like the sound of that. Sounds like Alia knows more than she's telling us. What's up here? Anything good? I've not got control now. Your friend is very eager, mistress. Oh, still no control. It's just more books, Alia. What did you expect? I don't know. A couple of skeletons with their hands locked around each other's throats. Did you ever find anything like that? Okay. Alia's just gone completely blank. Hi, Naraya. Yeah, it's going okay. I'm having a shout at the terrible camera controls. Oh. So who are all these lot? Emperors? There's one that's got no arms. I'm totally stuck here. They're gods. The ancient pantheon. She's saying that pretty clearly. And I've never seen them all together like this before. Sounds great. They don't have enough eyes either. That's how the ancients saw them. She makes a lot of suppositions. Although we don't know what she's learnt and how from before the game. It's in the middle of their heads, Alia. They look weird. I like Oroi. They're gods, not people. How many eyes should they have, Oroi? If I built a god, I'd give them lots of eyes. Maybe some magnetic hands. She's fun. Is that it? Are we done? We walk? Oh, we can walk. Also, Naraya, let me know if that's the name you want me to use here. I know you've got 3 there. I have magnetic hands, mistress. I know that, 6. I've taken robots apart before. This is a sketch of the altar hopper source. See, she's so not thorough, she should have seen this before. Whatever it was for, it must have been important. She's a genius. Can we go outside now and show her? I don't like this place. Here we go. Creepy time. This way. Tickly nose. Poor 6. I can't believe we brought them back here. Ta-da! This is it, right? Or are we supposed to go to the hopper eye? Oh, here comes 6. I know that, Naraya. Just maybe, because you put it first, maybe you wanted that one. There's 3 names. Who knows how people prefer to be called? Come on, let's talk. Talk. Maybe we're supposed to go to the eye. Avoid the creepy hole. Oh. And there's the eye. Yes. Say something, someone. Alright, she's going over. This is pretty incredible. Maybe hoppers were more common back then. But to cut one open like this. Cut open? Looks like it. This is a normal hopper eye, except it's been disemboweled. It's a hack. Honestly, I quite love it. How can she tell? It just looks the same as the others, but I guess she's an expert. So what does it do? No idea. I only just got here, Alia. Give me a minute. Nice. 6 remembers this place. before it was buried. I think the hopper here did something to the robots here. Awkward sentence time. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. Seems unlikely. A hopper's like a mirror. Either it reflects or it's shattered and it doesn't. But it can't change what it reflects. 6 thought the hopper wasn't storing bodies. You what? We said this already, I don't know why this is a shock. Oh, you mean there's no physical refraction? You're sure, 6? Quite sure, Mistress Oroi. Neural capture is enabled. That's pretty interesting. I'll see what I can figure out. And you can stop watching me. Do we go? I don't want to leave her here. She's not like got a sandwich or anything. Silence, everyone. Artist at work. You better believe it. She's not going to shut up, is she? Ollie is so annoying. You still got no idea about this place? No. But there are several suggestive elements. And there's something else. Whoop. Lined up. It's cool to do something different in a game you've played before. Passing right through the center of this space. Interesting. The fucking camera, man. It's a hopper source. So the beam comes out of here, strikes whatever it strikes, and then carries it across to the eye. Alia, why did you bring me to this horrible place? Knowledge. This is some kind of method of execution. While you are correct, Mistress Oroi, I believe there is more to it than that. Please, look again. You're right over there, 6. 6, could you go stand in the middle of this space? No, what? No. Alia should do it, because we don't care about her. No. Between the hopper source and the eye, Mistress Oroi? Oh no, that's what he did before. That's right. Wait and watch. No, this is what they remember. I am ready, Mistress Oroi. And they got so disturbed by it. So this hopper doesn't refract the physical stuff back. But suppose the dynamics still came through intact. This is such a risk. Please don't do it. I don't like this. Like the way some people record themselves as messages. Maybe 6 was used to capture someone, and that's what it's remembering. He was like tied to a chair. Wait, messages are what? Just watch. You see, the good thing about hoppers is they're physical. Every time they're used, they entangle with what's already there. They get a bit scratched. Like the way a ship leaves a wake in the water. So if this thing hasn't been used too much, we might be able to recover a few stray images. Sorry, I had to go pause because I didn't want to miss anything she was saying, but it felt like it had been used a lot. Because underground is this huge space where something is being stored. I also wanted to, I know this may sound awkward of me, but careful. I know you haven't literally said anything particular, but it's a very leading thing to say, oh yeah, it's happening. That means, oh, now I know something exciting is going to happen. And it's a little bit, okay. That could have happened for myself to whatever it is. Now I know something important's going to happen. Yeah, thank you. I know it's a little bit vague and I didn't put no back seating, but maybe I should. My bad. But thank you for understanding. Okay, wait, Hopper's shave bits off you? Is that what we're going with? Why did no one tell me this? It's more like an after image, but whatever, thank God for that. I was going to go into a whole thing. The point is, between Six's foil and the entanglements in the Hopper eye, we might be able to get a few interesting resonances. But would Six be okay? Arlie doesn't care. Six is like, what? And what happens to me, Mistress Oroi? I have no idea. Ready? Oh, I hate them both. Wait, is this safe? I know that Alia wouldn't care about wiping the robots, but I do, so I'm trying to avoid it. For you? Yes. That's not what I meant. I'm picking the middle one. That's not what I meant, and you know it. Then I don't know what you meant. You and I will be fine. Your robot is an interesting piece of equipment that's making a rattling sound. So let's turn it upside down and shake it. I don't feel okay with this. As you know, I like Six a lot more than I like Alia. I really, really don't want to do this. Orai's basically said that Six will not be okay, but she doesn't see Six as a personality. She just sees them as, you know, a literal piece of equipment. And over the time we've spent with Six, they have shown personality. Whether this is just part of their programming or something more sinister. Remember we talked last week about them maybe, like, it's not really an execution, but they were sending consciousnesses into robot bodies so people could become robots and become immortal. Or on the negative side of things, as a punishment, then they would become robots and be programmed to act a certain way. One or the other. Maybe both happened at different times that we were theorizing. I've lost my train of thought. But either way, if Six feels like a person, the problem is, well, I know what I would do. We are not playing me. We are playing Alia, who is, as we know, nasty piece of work, who doesn't like robots. I mean, she spent time with other robots. She's not remarked that Six is an unusual robot, which means all of them have had some kind of personality. And she still doesn't like them and doesn't really care that she's off them. So Alia would do it, and I hate it. I hate that I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to refill my water and try to be a big brave girl. It sounds convincing, doesn't it?